Hello my friends, welcome back to another video. So today, same as last video, we're gonna be working on the Mustang. But before we get started on that, I need to pull this GMC out of the garage first. And then the weather's starting to get a little colder. So I don't know if you could see, but I have a fire pit back there, and I just picked up some wood. So before we start anything, we're gonna get this car pulled out, and then I'm gonna back in. We're gonna unload, sort that, and then after all that, we're gonna get started on the Mustang. Yeah, no, so we're gonna stack all that wood, and then after that, pull the Mustang up, give myself just like a nice little work area, and then go from there. Today is a new day from when I left off last time. Kind of got carried away. Some things came up that day that I had to take care of, so I wasn't able to work on the car. But today we're back, and I'm gonna start working on this, getting this quarter panel separated from the like the inner structure. So what I like to do, I grab like a 3/8 drill bit, carbide bit. Milwaukee sells them, they're like 10 bucks. Works really well to just kind of drill all the way through. Because on this donor panel, I don't really need to keep anything behind it, so I just grab the drill bit and I go all the way through. Yeah, so that's what I use. I use a 3/8 carbide drill bit. Milwaukee sells it, like I said, Home Depot, Lowe's, any hardware store like that. Ace might have it too. But so yeah, that's the plan for right now. You can see I got some of them drilled out. There's a few left, so yeah, I'm gonna get to work starting to get this all drilled out. So I got all the holes drilled out on this side. What I like to do after this is grab a flathead screwdriver and a hammer, and I kind of just pry underneath to kind of just pop it out, because with the drill bit, it should take away the whole spot weld, so there really shouldn't be much holding it. It should kind of just pop off. But yeah, so we're gonna do that and see if we could get this whole piece separated. So we got all the holes drilled out on this quarter panel section. Along this edge over here, you can see it's kind of just like it's bent in. There's no spot welds there. So what I'm gonna do, because there's just inside along this whole top edge, there's some panel bond. So just to soften it up a little bit, I'm gonna grab a heat gun and kind of heat the edge while I pry from underneath, just so I don't bend it up too much. Because yeah, if I just try to pry with it, you can kind of see, I mean, luckily I don't need this piece, but that's all. It would just kind of just bend up the metal, and I have to body work all of this. So I'm gonna just grab a heat gun and kind of just heat the edge while I pry. It should make it come up a little bit easier. So we got the quarter panel removed. that you got to set up here for now. I'm gonna get to work on this quarter panel. So the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of I'm gonna grab an angle grinder and then just kind of cut out a piece, because I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna go under this line or over, but that doesn't really matter. I'm gonna just kind of cut out a piece so that it'll be easier to kind of like take the parts off, so I won't be struggling as much. And this is garbage anyways, so if I ruin it, I'm not really too bummed about it, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna get the angle grinder and start getting to work on this piece right here. Actually, I was thinking about it a little bit and I'm gonna hold off on doing that. What I'm actually gonna do right now is I'm gonna work on this piece right here. I'm gonna kind of find my line where I wanna cut it and put a piece of tape so I can have like a nice clean line, and then cut that. And then after that gets cut, I will place it kind of just over the skin of this so that I can use a Sharpie and make a line exactly where it is, just to make sure I don't go past. So if I go past, then that's gonna be a whole nother can of worms. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work on this. I'm gonna mark out where I wanna cut it, make sure it's straight, cut it with the grinder, and then grab this piece and kind of just set it over the car so I can mark that, so I kind of know where my boundaries are, so that I don't overdo it. Okay, so we got the piece cut out. This is kind of this is what we had extra. This is kind of the top. I didn't really need to be swapping that. And this quarter panel came off of a convertible, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't really use the rest of that. But so that's how we're looking. I mean, obviously it's not set up so you can see the body gap on the bottom is super tight, but for the most part seems to line up very well. Very, very good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, so you can kind of see right there. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think this door has been body worked, because you could see it kind of like bows out a little bit. So we'll definitely have to mess with that when the time comes. But yeah, I'm just super happy with this. You know, like I said, it's just kind of set in there. So it's not gonna be the best fitment, but it kind of gives me a reference point of where I need to cut out, which is nice. And yeah, super excited. But I think that's gonna be it for this one. The next video will probably be cutting that out, maybe welding it back in. We'll see how long that takes, because cutting out this old piece was the easy part, because it doesn't really kind of matter how you pull it out because of the backing. You could kind of bend this stuff in the back, but this, I want to keep the backing, the inner layer, as intact as possible, so that it kind of fits in there nice and nice and snug OEM. But yeah, definitely excited about this one. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.